The memory is beautiful from many points of view. I would start with the memory of the great director Sergio Leone, who in fact brought a lot of his craft to the film. And because he was really in love with Western. In fact, I always say an episode of his life that I witnessed, we were mixing My Name is Nobody, and Sergio was mixing that scene that he liked so much. He actually shot that scene when nobody puts Henry Fonda in front of the Wild Bunch. And then we have the Ennio Morricone music that really makes that scene very, very powerful. So at the end of the reel, he turned to me and he actually had tears in his eyes and said, "This is the Western, this is the Western." So that's a strong memory. Or other memories, he would work until that people allowed him to. And sometimes he was left on top of the dolly and everybody went away. And he was still there, they had to bring him down. He gave great confidence to the actors and great freedom. Even when Henry Fonda came on the set, I asked him, how did you get involved with this picture? How it happened? So, he said, I don't even have asked to read it because Sergio asked me to, and I trust in him fully. So I could go on with other instances and other episodes, but I could go to the next step, which is the place where it was shot. It was shot in New Mexico. And Sergio went to Arizona, Utah, and Colorado, and he went back to New Mexico because he said, this is the best place for a Western. Because New Mexico is on a plateau. It's 7,000 feet high, or 2,200 meters. So the light is incredibly beautiful. And the atmosphere is very, very crisp. So that some mountains in the distance, where here in Europe you would say, we will never see them on the screen because there's a haze in the air. There they come and they jump at you. So in memory of him, when I made Lucky Luke, I went to Canada and many other places, but I ended up in New Mexico. It's the best place to shoot a Western. And also you feel like you're in a Western, you feel real because they are cowboys and they are the Indians, the real Indians, the Indians Pueblos, that are the most genuine Indians of all of America. They work together very well. One way of doing it is we used to place like 3 or 4 cameras. So Sergio helped with some cameras and Tonino did the others. And it was a total collaboration. This film, that My Name is Nobody, was really a creation of Sergio Leone, because after I had made They Call Me Trinity, and Trinity is still my name, he came to me and said, I want to make a film for you, because I thought I liked you very much in those 2 films. So it was a long process. It took more than a year to write the screenplay, and we had different screenplays, and the one before the last one, they took the idea from Ulysses. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's an old Greek epic poem that is very popular here in Europe. But then the script was nothing. But, oh no, it was good, but Sergio didn't like it. But see, the name Nobody came from Ulysses, because there's an episode that when they asked him, "Who are you?" I think it was the giant or somebody who asked him. They wanted to kill him. He said, "I'm nobody." So they let him go. So that's how it came, the name, My Name is Nobody. So there was a long struggle to reach this point. He even asked me to direct the film. I said, "Are you crazy, Sergio? I'm not ready for this." And he insisted, but I said, no. I did that later, on my own, 10 years later. And so it was his child, I would say. And he was very proud of My Name is Nobody. Yes. Let's say, he didn't really like the movies, but he liked the character that I played. And he said to me, "I want to put you in a bigger movie so you can play this character, maybe being a little more realistic, you know." And he believed that he could make a successful movie. Yes. I didn't want to say it, but you said it. Yeah. I participated in all the screenplays, but it was Sergio's idea, because he had the idea of taking this character from Trinity and putting him against Henry Fonda. So you had to have somebody big who, as you know, is a legend in the history of cinema. So he said, "I want to put like kind of the hippie," at that time, you know, it was the time of the hippies, the hippie cowboy against the traditional mythological cowboy. So he created this. That is my idea. That's the only idea I put in beside acting, because I was in love with the movie, what's the title? The harp, the Burman harp, I don't. Burmese harp. I saw it many times. And then I took Sergio and said, "Look, we didn't know how to end the movie." He said, "I love this ending, this letter." And he said, "Let's try it." And in fact, that letter, well, it was incredibly beautiful in Burmese harp, but it worked very well also in Nobody, because a lot of people came to me and they said, "I like that ending, I like that letter, I like this sort of romantic, epic feeling that the letter gave to the movie."